To you. Happy Tuesday. Good to see everybody. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm going to
So-
mute you real quick.
Good deal. All right. Happy Tuesday, guys. Just want to take a minute and big Andrea, we've been waiting, but we'll wait back to you, Andrea. Hope everybody's having a good day. And so today I'm going to, and I left my book. All right, I'm coming back. So I'm going to try to put this in. So I really need some interaction today on this Zoom. Okay. How many of you in the industry has ever like got focused around the next event and saw a lot of excitement happen in your business? Has anybody ever done that before? Okay. So let me tell you something that I've experienced with network marketing is I love to know how to do things. I love to know presentations, how to give presentations, how to set up meetings, how to make a names list, and all of that stuff. That's all very pertinent things to building a business in network marketing, right? I think we'd all agree with that. Like that's the basics. But there's got to be something that inspires you to move. How many of you have ever been inspired in network marketing? Like you were just excited. You were like, I call it ignorance on fire. Like you got started and you're on fire and you don't know what the crap you're doing, but you're signing everybody up in town. You know, have you ever been there before? I have. I remember back in 2011 looking out, I think it was 2011, and I had all these cars lined up in my hometown for a photo shoot of these BMWs, and they were all in my business. And all I could remember as I was looking at this line of BMWs and everybody standing out in front of their cars going, how the crap did I do this? Like, how did I help start this trend and this movement? You know, all these people involved. It was a little bit scary because I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. So I've been at that place before where it wasn't I was an expert on anything. I was just excited and we were building and we were growing. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you has been stuck in quicksand where you're like, I don't know how to get things going. I don't know how to get things moving. I once was moving, but now I'm not. Anybody ever been there? So I'll tell you why I say that. We had the event in Destin. It was amazing. But I really felt that Andrea will tell you, I called her this morning and she's got to listen to my mind, which can be a kind of a crazy place to visit from time to time. And I was running through this chalk talk with her because I want today to be the start of something that we move in a direction and we get everybody moving with us. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can put all this to where it makes sense. Because I've been at both places. I've been where I was on fire. It wasn't that I was the most knowledgeable, but I was very excited and I was telling everybody in town. And then I've been at a place before in my journey in network marketing where I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of stuck. And so this today is going to fit both pieces of the equation. If you're the person that is on fire ignorance on fire right now, this is going to fit you. And if you're the person that is stuck right now going, I don't know, I don't really know where to start again, this is going to fit you. Okay. And so before we get into that, I want to show you, and hopefully Andrea is going to screen share it. I want to really encourage you. I've never done this before, but I want to, Andrea, if you'll screen share and go to business from home, I want to encourage you. Business from home. I encourage you to go online, not right now, but take a screenshot of this business from home. I know that some of you, if you're a recommended distributor in business from home, maybe put it in the chats. Okay. So in business from home, you can become a recommended distributor and you can pay like a once a month, or you can pay a yearly membership, maybe even an every 6 months. But I'll share with you why I believe right now it's very important for you in Partner Co to be a recommended distributor. Okay. Now, here's the first thing. Business from home voted us the #1 comp plan in the industry. Okay. You can see that article. You can find that article in Business from Home. As of right now, today, we are the #2 in momentum, okay, in the industry. And guys, I see us moving to #1. Now, I share that with you because, thank you, Andrea, for that. Business from Home is a publication that anyone from Eric Worre to owners of the industry, owners of companies in the industry, to veterans in the industry, to people just getting started are all that we make up Business from Home. We are the clientele of Business from Home. And Ted does. So here you can see today we're coming in at #2 in momentum rank for the industry. And guys, this is worldwide. I mean, this is all of our companies in our industry. And I share that with you because if you take the time to become a recommended, Andrew, I don't know if you can pull that up, a recommended distributor. Okay. Recommended distributor. You go, what's that? What's in it for me? It plugs you in. It makes you a part of a community. It puts you in, as you can see, Todd and Ashley Rowland right there at the top. I didn't even know that was up there. Todd and Ashley Rowland. You know, you can see myself, you can see others, Tim say, I mean, you can see a lot of people in there. And I don't know the price, Andrew. Maybe you put the price in there. Do you see how much it is for recommended distributor? It's okay. I would take the time today on here to look at being a recommended distributor with Business from Home. Because what you're going to find is you're going to find our company. It's not just us talking about, oh, there's things happening in our company and it's Brent Palmer's idea, it's Brent Palmer's thought process. No, you're going to see our company start to excel in the ranks. I've seen the video, I've seen the movie, as Todd always says before. If you went to Business from Home, I think it was like 2017. I was represented in Business from Home as we, maybe it was earlier than that. And we surpassed several $1 million in the industry. And I share that with you because our company is excelling and people are hearing and noise is being made. I was on a Zoom this morning with Stefano, which is one of the number one reps out of Europe. And Stefano was actually just voted into the Hall of Fame in Business from Home. And he told me this morning they had a record-breaking week last week in Europe. Things are happening. Things are happening. Now, I said it on the call last night when a lot of times, Andrea had you say this. A lot of times what happens in network marketing is when people start saying things are happening, this person's having success. If I'm not having success, what do I say?
Good for you.
Good for you. Arlene, what do you think about that? Like Arlene's walking the stage, she's building a team. And a lot of times, Susan, you want to look at them and go, well, good for you, Arlene. What's that doing for me? Not a dang thing. I had made a bit of money off your success. Right? Let's be honest. How many of you felt that way before? Not Bill Saylor, not Bill. So, no, I'm kidding. We got to have a little bit of fun in here. It's okay. It's part of it. It's part of being human, right? Sometimes you look at people and they're having success and you want to like slightly kick their legs out from under them. But here's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is, you know what's worse than that? Is when you are in a company and no one's having success. That's what's worse. What's worse is when your company is going backwards and you're wondering if it's got a future. And you start to lose belief in, if you work for this, will it even be there in 6 years, 4 years, 3 years? We don't have that. And you're going to see that more and more by third-party people outside of the industry looking in at PartnerCo going, wow, they really have something special in their name and what they're doing and their story, where their finances is, where their global representation is. If you become a recommended distributor, I think that's one step closer to being that professional in the industry. So the ball's in your court on that. You're going to hear me promote it more and more and more because our company is going to be up there. And I think for you and your entire organization to be able to visually see that on a daily basis and read those articles and get that belief in them, that we are a part of something really special. And we just got started 2 months ago. So no one's left in the dark on this. No one is behind on this. It's like we have the same, we all have equal playing rights here to go get this. So that's why this call is taken today. This call is for Diane Vaughn. This call is for Bill and Susan that get on here every week, for Melissa Jackson, for Jim Romine, like all of us. That's what this call today is about. How do we together, because I said in Destin and I said last night on the call, we need you, Anita. We need you because you're in an area of the world that I'm not in. So together, we need Andrea Rossi. We need Arlene with all of the snow that she's mounted up under. We need everybody to push together, to pull together, to do our part. We need Dr. Bob. So here's the thing. If you're in that stuck position, we got to fire that engine up again. Right? We got to reach down. We got to crank it up. And this is where Andrea was listening to my craziness this morning. And I said, so we go back and forth. And what I like about Andrea is she will argue with me, and I never appreciated it at the beginning. Okay? So she really ticks me off when she argues. because I just want someone to agree with me, not really. So I asked her what she thought, and she started telling me. So if a person's stuck, does it really help for me to give them the comp plan? Does it really help for me to go, Bill, let me tell you the steps to do network marketing? Bill has heard that for 30 years. He knows the steps. The steps doesn't get him past stuck. What if you've made six figures in the industry and now you're making about $4,000 a month? And you're like, I don't like where I'm at. I just feel stuck. I don't know where to go. Here's where I believe we're at today. If that's you, and if it's not you, you can do this too. I believe we got to crank the engine. And a lot of times, cranking the engine is just doing something, right? It's just doing something. It's just being a part of something. We crank the engine of a lot of people during Catalyst Club. Would you agree or disagree with that? Even if you didn't get, even if your engine didn't get crunk, no, if it didn't get ignited with the Catalyst Club, you couldn't be plugged in and see that the rest of the company, the rest of North America got ignited by it. Do y'all know people in this business that didn't take part in Catalyst Club? That we're not knocking them. Maybe it was you. I do. It's okay. They stay. You know, you can stay in the off position as the company goes through momentum. It happens, but we don't want that. So what we want to do is get the engine revved up, get it started again, and that's what really today is. So I'm trying to set all this in motion. Okay, so follow me here, because here's the thing. The biggest mistake that I see in our business is that people expect results without commitment. Like, I expect my paycheck to grow, but Brent, you're not doing anything different. I expect my paycheck to grow, but I hadn't put the first person in, the first brand partner in. Like, how is that really going to happen? If I'm honest with myself, it's not. See, you get commitment first and then the results happen. That's the truth about network marketing. That's the truth. Like, we don't get the results. We don't get the results before commitment. We got to commit, and then we get the results. Andrea, you're smiling, so I don't know if. What,
Oh, because I think I'm funny. And I said, yeah, I want to commit to, or I want to get fit. I want the results without going to the gym.
Okay.
Was it good with you?
No. I like that. I like that. So I want to go to Susan Saylor. Susan, does this make sense? Talk to me. Like,
yes, it makes total sense.
Have you been there?
Oh, yes. And pulled myself out of it and then back again. So, yeah.
Okay. So would you be okay to say, okay, if we could just let's do something fun? Like, do you agree that network marketing's got to be fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Heck yes. So that's where I'm at today. I'm like, what could Melissa Jackson and Andrew start having fun with? You know, what could they commit to that they start having fun? Right? What could Diane and Keith do that's fun? We're already in this business. We're already taking the products. We know we got the best products in the world, but let's go on about a 4.5 month run of just fun. Would y'all be willing to do that? Okay. So, all right. Trying to put this together. Okay. So Here's what I say. This is not complicated. This is not anything earth shattering that I'm going to tell you about. But I did the numbers today. If we go starting tomorrow, okay, and we point to Vegas, okay, is it September the 14th, Andrea? We're going to put this up. Okay, September the 15th. Follow me now. This is not, thank you, Andrea, for that. This is not a promote Vegas event. This is not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to crank Anthony Moreland's tractor. I'm trying to fire him up. I'm trying to fire Eva Maria up. I'm trying to crank the engine. Here's what you've got. Starting tomorrow, you've got 141 days, okay, to Vegas. Roughly about 4.5 months. So I don't think there's anybody on here that cannot at this point get a ticket to Vegas. Like you've got 4.5 months to do extra work, to hustle something, to build the business, to do whatever you need to do to get to Vegas. But you got 141 days that if we said this, we're going to get excited about, first of all, me going. And then I'm going to pull one with you. Okay. So I'm going to take Diane Vaughn, for instance. Diane Vaughn gets excited around, okay, first of all, I'm going to go. So Andrea, could you pull the slide up with me? So first of all, Diane, here we go. I just announced to the world on a flyer, Brent Palmer, I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the Ignite event 2023. I make a decision, I announce it to the world. Okay. So starting tomorrow, I've announced that I'm going to Vegas. I'm making it happen. I'm going to get my ticket. I'm going to put this in Renew You. I'm going to share it out on my Facebook because I believe, how many of you were a part a couple of years ago? I made a decision and I brought Andrea in and we were in Vegas and we made a decision at Eric Worre's that we were going to go all in on a GoPro event. I've never done that. It was out of my comfort zone. But where we were in the timing of I felt like we needed an event to focus on. And we decided to go all in. How many of you were at that event that you made it to the GoPro event? Anybody? Raise your hand if you did. Yeah. Now, how many of you is going to get fired up to get online for like 3 solid days? It was excruciating, like hours and hours and hours. So the logic of the event was not very fun, but preparing for it, the flyers that went up, the calls that we did. You know, we had Eric Worre come on with a group of people, with all of us, and we started getting the energy going. And do you know what happened to people's business? It grew. People started enrolling customers and they started enrolling brand partners, all because they were just excited about a movement to something. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and you get to decide if you want to be a part of it, okay, is we're about to announce and make a lot of noise about Vegas. And Andrea is going to come on and let you know how you can get your flyer. But we're going to start promoting people. Like we're going to start, Arlene's going, Anthony Moreland's going. Like we're going to start putting it out there. And then here's what I'm going to do. All I can speak for is myself. I'm going to affirm to the world, first of all, I'm making a decision that Brent Palmer is going to be in Vegas with his big smile on. I'm going to be in Vegas in the best shape that I've been in my adult career. I'm talking about if I can get this belly down to 6-pack abs, Bill, I might show everybody. If I can. I got some work to do, but I might show everybody. But I'm telling you this, I'm going to be in Vegas in the best shape that Brent Palmer has ever been in his adult life. I'm going to be super excited. I'm going to be super positive. I'm going to be at a place where my business is on fire with new growth. And I'm affirming that out there. See, I believe what you got to do, and if I sound passionate about this, I am, because you got to crank your tractor, like you got to get your engine moving. And a lot of times to get the engine moving, it's not logical. It's not like, well, Jim, I need you to enroll a brand partner. That is boring. Here's what I need Jim to do. Have some fun. Like nobody comes to network marketing because they want another boss. Nobody comes to network marketing because they want another dull job. They come to network marketing because it's just something different. It feels different. And we got to create a fun atmosphere, something we can get excited about. So I believe that number one, here's the thing I got to do. I got to make a decision. Okay. I'm just going to put that. Got to make a decision. I got to announce it to the world. Okay. And then I got to figure it out. That's kind of the role that we got to play there. I got to make a decision. Okay. I'm going to go all in with Brent and Andrea on this thing. And do it selfishly because I want to have fun and I want to crank my engine. Brent's not asking me to enroll a bunch of people. He's not asking me to put a bunch of customers in. He's not asking me to, he's asking me to get fired up around an event that's 141 days away, starting tomorrow, roughly about 4.5 months. He's asking me to come inspired, come excited, and start. Now, we're going to use the flyer. Andrea is going to tell you how to get it. We're going to start putting it out there. We're going to start doing calls around it. We're going to make so much noise with Vegas that if you're not going to Vegas, you might quit because you're so stinking tired of hearing about Vegas. And you go, what does Vegas mean to me? No, absolutely nothing. But it is my focus point that I'm going to get my engine on fire for to run towards. And I promise you this, I will have new growth in Vegas. I will be making new money in Vegas. So you go, how do I do that? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to find me some buddies that are going to Vegas with me. So I got Diane and Keith Vaughn right here in my backyard. Diane, she hasn't even told me yet, but they're going to Vegas. You didn't, Diane, did you know that? Okay. Diane, did you know y'all are going to Vegas? Hey, Diane and Keith are all about a road trip. Okay. Diane, how you feel about going to Vegas?
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Okay.
So excited.
So here's the thing. Diane and Keith are already having, I mean, they were already great looking people, but they're having some amazing transformations on the product. But Diane, are you okay to say that we'll go ahead and make a pact? We're going to go into Vegas in the best shape we've been in.
Yes, I wrote it
Me,
down.
you and Keith.
Yes.
Me, you and Keith. Okay. And now here's what we're going to do. We're going to start making a tally. We're going to see who we can get. We're going to see who we can get in Vegas with us. Okay. And we're going to work from now over the next 141 days. We're going to get them. We're going to get their fly. We're going to get them on a fly. Like, we're going to make this fun. Fun. How many of you could do that? Now, Diane just agreed. Diane was like, we're in. So I already got me a little running crew right here. Diane and Keith. Now I'm going ahead and putting Buffy down because she doesn't have a choice. So Buffy's coming now. Buffy's actually listening in. So Buffy, you're going. Randy Harwell, Randy and Sam are going. I just seen in the comments. These are all people right around my area, right?
Mhm.
Bill and Susan. Bill's waving his hand. Bill's becoming a world traveler too, by the way. This guy, he don't miss a good party. He does not miss a good party. So we're going to start to have fun. We're going to start to push people out there. We're going to start to celebrate their goal. Okay. And now it's like, Diane, who can we find to go with us to Vegas? You see, the products people end up just naturally taking as they're a part of this fun journey. And do you know what happens when people just naturally start taking products? People in the organization get paid. So that's fun too. And we just naturally start growing a business. But we've got, would you agree? We have 141 days to create energy with the next event. And I can't think of another, it has nothing to do with Vegas. I just can't think of another thing to get focused around that could start building energy, that could start building excitement. Because here's what's going to make Vegas exciting is me and Diane and Keith and Buffy and Andrea. I'm just speaking of our little circle in our town. And now we bring on a new person and we get them registered and we start talking about how exciting it's going to be. And then we bring on another new person and we get them registered and we've got plenty of time to get them there, right? And I start getting me a score sheet. Like here's the thing that you got to envision. You got to start making, you got to have a sheet. Okay, Vegas bound. Who's on my team? Diane's coming. Key's coming. Okay.
Oh.
Buffy's coming. And I just start making this list. The Harwell's coming. And I go on and I start making me a list. And what does that do to me? Bill and Susan Salin's coming. They're on my team. Jim Romine, are you going to Vegas? Oh, Jim's thumbs up. He's going. So we got to make him a flyer. And so the energy of the wins start to get exciting. And now I'm start like, oh ho ho. I got people going with me. I got people going with me. And if I don't have people going with me, I got 4.5 months, which seems like a long time. But what if we just took it one day at a time? One day at a time. And we go, hey, we're focused in on Vegas. So I talk a lot about sharing the product, sharing the opportunity, attending meetings, and VFE. Okay? Look, what if we took day one starting tomorrow? Just day one. You got your little book. I gave it out at Destin. If you don't have one, get one. Like day one starts tomorrow. And let's say that I've got a goal of I'm going to reach out to 5 people a day. I'm going to attend one event a day. And my build for event is Vegas. Vegas. And like my focus is, okay, I'm building for the Vegas event. This could be a Zoom, a party, doesn't matter. and I'm going to start sharing that product. The 5-day trials, I'm going to start putting them out there if that's what you gateway people in with. I'm going to start putting them out there, putting them out there, putting them out there. I get somebody interested on third night, I send them video 2. Now they're on a box, and I'm like, ooh, they're one step closer. They're one step closer to being a brand partner. Then I share video 3 with them. I get them in, right? What's Coach Marvin? Coach Marvin, Anthony. Okay. So now Coach Marvin is a brand partner. So guess what Anthony's going to do?
Brand partner.
What? So Coach Marvin, so Anthony did it. He got me on. We did a 5-day trial. Then he moved him over to a box with video 2. Then he shared video 3. Had another conversation with him, enrolled him as a brand partner. Now, guess what Anthony needs to do? Anthony needs to get Marvin where?
To Vegas.
To Vegas.
He already
To
said he's
Vegas.
coming.
Yeah. So now we make a flyer, and now Anthony's sitting over here. I'm going back. Come on now. Anthony's sitting over here, and he's got his Vegas bound book, and he's got Coach Marvin right here. Okay. And he's got 141 days to fill up his book of people on his team coming. He's got the Jackson. Melissa, you going to Vegas? Oh, Melissa don't miss a road trip. This girl, they're like a world travelers, her and Andrew. So now he's making a list. But what's that doing to Anthony? It's cranking his engine. It's cranking his engine. Because now I'm surrounding myself with that team, that rally, that tribe. And here's the other thing I want you to think about. Does this make sense? Melissa, does this make sense? Can you unmute?
Yes, it does.
Does it? Here's the thing. First of all, I need your partnership. I need you to go make your flight. I need you to announce to the world that y'all are going. And then, you've made that decision. You've announced it to the world. You go, where do I announce that? All over social media. Like, let them hear you scream that you're headed that way. What's the worst thing that can happen? Andrea Rosser has somebody she knew 10 years ago that lives in Vegas that says, when are you coming to Vegas? Guess what? There's a new prospect. Like, we got to shout. We got a company that is on business from home, going to the top. Like, just start yelling. Start letting people hear you roar. And then you'll figure out the logistics. Now, Melissa I'm just using Melissa for an example, but she's like, I got to work on the funds. That's okay. That's a figure out. Like, announce it to the world you're coming to Vegas. Get it out there. We'll figure out the how. I just put in Coach Marvin, but he doesn't have all the logistics. We'll figure out the how. Just get him thinking Vegas. Get him thinking fun. Get him thinking, show him, tell him what all you're going to do out there in Vegas with you. How much fun you're going to have. What it's going to be about. Like, what's it going to look like? Okay? Now, here's where I need you to dream a little bit. I want you between now and next Tuesday. Okay? And I'm going to call on some of you. So don't even get on the call if you're not going to participate. Because I might call on you and then you're like, I didn't do it. I need you to create it's something simple. A Vegas vision. I want you to write it down, what it looks like in 141 days, Melissa. Like, what does it look like? What does it look like, Diane, to talk about it like I've never been there? I'm there. I'm experiencing the lights and the energy of Vegas, but I've got a team there with me. You know, how many do you got on your team with you? Like dream a little bit. Dream a little bit. What would you like to do while you're out there? What would you like to do in Vegas? Right? Think about it. Arlene, I can see your head, your wheels are spinning. What about this? You got any thoughts?
Oh, yeah, lots of them. I've watched my business go from practically dead to on fire, and it's hard to put it out when I have to go to an event. There's never been a time once that our business didn't grow by leaps and bounds every event. We've been to practically every one of them. And it's, yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't go.
Yeah. And for me, what 4.5 months represents is enough time for me to build, right? There's really no excuse of finances, of, you know, time. Like I got everything I need, but we got to start preparing now.
Mhm.
Okay. And we got to let the days turn to weeks and the weeks turn to months. So I got 141 days, but I got to put that in front of me. It's kind of like a weight program, you know? Andrea completed the 75-day hard. She didn't go, I got 75 days to complete it. She said, I'm on day one. Well, tomorrow starts day one. And there's going to be some people in here that this really changes your business, because you take the next 141 days and you actually do the simple things, which is day one, what did you do? Day two, what did you do? And then you evaluate yourself at the end of the day. Day three, what did you do? And for every little new person that you come in contact with, whether it's a team member already existing or it's a new person, you're getting them excited around Vegas. Oh my gosh, you got to get here. Like we'll find a way to get you a ticket. What do we need to do to get you a ticket? We need to sell some trials. We need to do this. Like let's find a way to get you a ticket. And then you have that little win together, and you start having that energy, that excitement, that fun, right? And then imagine when that 141 days are up and it's time to go. You're on a plane together, you're traveling together, you're taking pictures together. What does that look like? You're doing videos together.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a game changer. And then you get to Vegas and you go, man, my business don't even look the same.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't look the same because you made a commitment first before the results happen. And I go back to the beginning of this. So many times in network marketing, people want the results before the commitment, and it doesn't work that way. I got to have the commitment first, the commitment to take day one and move it into day two, to day three, to day four, and I track it. And then at the day 141, I get the results that ultimately I want. What does the results look like? That's what really I would love for you to put down that we could talk about next week. What does it look like for you? What does the result look like for you in Vegas 141 days away? And then we know what to do to get the results. And we're going to talk about it and we're going to work towards it on here. So, Andrea, I'm going to open it up to you and tell everybody, like, we're going to start moving. We're going to start shouting this thing. Again, I go back to, I believe if you're going to go on a movement, you've got to make the decision for yourself. Starts with you. And then you got to find a platform to announce it to the world, because there's no turning back. I'll turn back on myself, but I will not turn back on you. So if I tell you I'm going to be in the best shape of my adult career, I'll quit on me. I won't quit on you. So that's why I announce it. So think about the platforms you're going to announce it on. And then I promise you this, you'll figure out how. You'll figure out how in all the details over the next 141 days. Andrea, tell us how we can get the things and anything you want to add to it too.
No, I love this. And just so you know, this morning I did not tell you to train anybody on the comp plan to get them fired up. I don't want people to be thinking that I'm quite that analytical.
No. I didn't mean anything bad about what you said. You bounced ideas off of me
I was playing.
as to, because here, I want the next 141 days. I want us to have fun. Okay. And it starts with the little win. It starts with just a win. What's just a win? Make a decision. What's just a win? Announce it to the world. What's just a win? Going and putting your picture on a flyer. And then that engine starts to get ignited. Okay. And Andrea, that's really what you make me think of as we were talking this morning, is that's how we get started. So go ahead, Andrea, tell them, how do we get it?
So I was going to say, so if you know how to use Canva, okay, so a lot of people on here probably already know how to use Canva and can create your own flyer. If you do, then text me and say, I know how to use Canva, and I will send you the template. If you do not know how to use Canva and you're like, I don't know how to use that program, then I need you to text me your photo. So I need a picture of you and some, sweet words of, will you please create this? Okay, you don't even have to say please, but make me a flyer, woman, and with your photo. And if you spell first and last names, that'd be a huge help for me as well. And then I will make yours. Just be patient with me. I'll get them to you in the next couple of days. But if you have Canva already and you're like, I've got this, then send me that. And if you don't, then I need your full name, first and last name, and your photo. And if you don't have my phone number, that's just craziness. But please text it to me. Don't message me on Facebook, because as some of you have seen, I don't check Facebook. I don't check WhatsApp. I don't check anything except for my phone. But if you don't have my phone number, I'm putting it in the chat right now, because I can't do two things at once. I'm going to talk a little slow. Oh, and I typed it wrong. 972-9795. So there's my phone number. And so just text me and I will send you either the template or the complete thing. Send me the template, woman. Okay, Hill, text it to me, not here.
Okay. So that's perfect. That's perfect. Is there anybody that wants any parting comments as we end? Business from home. Go ahead, Andrew.
I was just going to say, put it in the chat because they can't unmute themselves. So I have to.
Okay. Business from home, look it up, become a recommended distributor. Why? Because it's going to keep you plugged in to everything. You're going to see the company excelling, all of that, guys. It's going to be incredible. There'll be social media tools that you can use from that. Any parting comments on this? 141 days of having fun, of celebrating. We're all going together. We're all going to be growing together. Bill and Susan. Go ahead, Bill. Susan, Andrea, can you unmute them?
I'm trying. There.
Okay.
Oh, I was just saying to Bill that this is just so important because, gosh, we've been doing this a long time, and these things, these promos come up and you think, oh, I've got time, or you put it off and life gets in the way. And I think it is so important to start this tomorrow. Start it tomorrow, to give yourself enough time, to give your new people enough time that they can make some money to be able to go to Vegas, to have that money and to build their teams. So don't put it off, because we've done it. And then you end up scrambling at the end. And sometimes, and lots of times, you're just not successful with the promo because you've waited too long.
No, thank you, Susan, for saying that. And you made me think about something. And I'm picking on Diane today because I guess she's like the person I'm talking about today. Yeah, but I just think about if you drew a circle around your name, like going back to what Susan said, tomorrow's day one. Like, I don't know what I just did. Tomorrow's day one. Okay. And I think about Diane's got a First Friday, which is she's doing a booth on the first Friday, March the 5th, right? Who knows what's going to come out of that, Diane? Like there's probably going to be somebody that's going to be going to Vegas with you that you hadn't even met yet from your story from the first Friday. Like, I put up a booth, they came to the booth, boom, they're on a plane with you and Keith headed to Vegas, right? That's how this starts. That's how network marketing is done, right? I think about so many people on here. I didn't know you. I didn't know who you were. So, what are you doing in your communities? Like where you're out reaching people, where you're out, like if this was you right here, how many different things are you doing where you're sharing the product, where you're sharing the opportunity, where you're attending meetings, where you're building for the event? And you go, how do you build for the event? Just talk about how much fun Vegas is going to be. Like, you got to go. It's so much fun. And so I'm looking at all the different ways to share the product, to share the opportunity, to attend meetings. So Diane's just filling that in. And then everybody she comes in contact with that she can bring into her group, guess what she's doing? She's finding a way to get them to Vegas. Because in Vegas, guess what's going to happen to their mind? It's going to be open. Their vision is going to be open. Their excitement is going to be there. So that's what we're doing over the next 141 days. So anybody else, any parting comments? See anybody?
Not yet, not yet. I'm looking.
Okay, guys, if you do this with us, it bless your business. If you start tomorrow and make tomorrow day one and do 141 days of getting focused around this, your business is going to grow. You're going to go to Vegas with a bigger team than you would have went to Vegas with had you not done it. All you got to do is make a decision, announce it to the world, and then just be okay with figuring out how at the end. You'll figure out how. Okay. We'll figure out how together. So love you guys. Have a great Tuesday, and thanks for being on. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Great day. Talking to.
Have a great day.